Hey there, how's it going everybody? Welcome back, Plant Abundance here. So it's the fall season, we're in the end of October now, and what I'm going to be doing today is planting out some garlic. I've got two different varieties here. I've got a grocery store varietal from Trader Joe's. This is organic garlic. I planted this before and it worked fine, so just throwing that out there. Not all grocery store garlic will actually grow, but if you regularly purchase garlic from the grocery store and you've ever left it on the counter for too long and you see it start to sprout, that's a good indicator it's going to grow for you. I also bought from the garden center some garlic bulbs meant for growing in the garden. So what I'm going to do is put both of these varieties into the ground and we'll take a look back at it come next year and we'll compare and see if one was better than the other. And so stay tuned for that. So by planting out these garlic cloves here in the fall, we're giving ourselves a great jump start on next year's growing season. Anytime after the autumn equinox is a good time. Any sooner than that and you're risking kind of messing with the garlic, as the longer daylight hours can affect its growth pattern. So after the fall equinox, and then you want to try to get it in sometime in October into November, but you want to give the garlic enough time before the weather really cools down and there's any chance of frost, so that the garlic has a chance to set some roots, and that's what's really going to give you that jump start on next year's season. So come the following spring, the garlic will be one of the first things you see emerge from the ground. You'll see those green shoots start to emerge and you'll know that everything went well. So I've got a lot of garlic to plant here. Each one of these bulbs, you're going to break off and divide the cloves, and each bulb will put out anywhere between a dozen up to even 20 cloves of garlic. So you can see here I'm got well over 100 garlic plants that I'll be growing today. So you just take your bulb of garlic and break it up. And the largest garlic cloves are going to grow the largest bulbs of garlic. But we're planting all these out. We're not going to discriminate. So garlic really does appreciate a rich, well-draining soil. So I'll be amending the native soil here with a mix I put together. This is some homemade biochar, some worm castings, and also some outdoor potting mix. So for planting the garlic, I'm going to choose an area that gets a lot of midday sun, and I'm just going to rake back my mulch, my wood chips here. And then using my garden fork, I'm just going to loosen up the soil a bit. By using a digging fork instead of a shovel, I'm able to minimize the amount of damage that I'll be doing to any of the soil food web or the roots of the surrounding plants here. And now to add in a bit of my compost mixture here. Now using my hori-hori, I'll just make a little line where my garlic's going to go, and we'll space the rows out about 6 inches apart, and in goes the garlic. Like I had mentioned, pointy side up, about 2 inches down, and about 4 to 6 inches apart. Next, I'd highly recommend putting down a mulch layer on top. You can use fallen leaves, some dried seedless straw, but we're just going to put a little bit of this on top. You could go a few inches deep even. And the last thing I'm going to do is just water this in a bit. And because my chickens are always out here helping me with the bug detail, I'm going to go ahead and cover this patch of garlic up using a little bit of wire fencing. Chicken wire works well too. I really like this green coated fencing, as you can hardly see it. So I like to plant my garlic out in patches all throughout the garden, so I'm going to continue on with that, and I'll be sure to mark the different varieties here so we can compare in the future. Planting your garlic throughout your garden rather than in just one patch is beneficial in that it doesn't only look nice, but it actually serves a second function in that it works as a natural pest deterrent. Many insects avoid plants in the allium family, so I like to spread my garlic and onion throughout my garden so I can gain maximum benefit. So this was just really a quick reminder to remind you to get your garlic in the ground if you haven't already. And so with that, thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day. I'll be talking to you again soon. Take care.